the energy is super intense right now, and many people are feeling some very intense symptoms. You're feeling wired, you're feeling all of a sudden surged up and energized, and you cannot sleep. Many people are going sleepless nights, many people are having a lot of things going on right now. The energies are wild, and I think I finally figured out what's going on. There are some pretty crazy things happening right now, and honestly, I really found about this. I found out about this in the Facebook community, and yeah, ultimately, our nervous system is what is getting just it's getting overloaded with energies right now. Things are so intense. The planetary alignments, the conjunctions, the Mercury retrograde, the blood moon we just had, from literally we're in an equinox season. Everything that is literally happening right now is so transformational, especially with the amount of downloads I've been getting. We're getting so much downloads at the point where I think we're just overloaded on downloads. There's so much happening right now, and we need to get into it. All right, so we take a look at our magnetosphere right now, and look at this. Something just blasted the Earth right now. That is the Earth, and around it is a circle. Now, this is what it's supposed to look like when it looks pretty calm, right? There's like a little um, thing kind of protecting it, right? It gets really calm. That's like our magnetic field, the thing around it. Well, that just looks like it's getting destroyed right now. Some massive attack. And I think there's even been more energy just pounding the earth right now. So the earth right now is just supercharged. We're getting hit. That is just insane. Look at this. Just something just exploded at this point. We're going towards incredible, intense energies right now. And obviously, of course, some pretty wild things going on. We're going to get into the Schumann Resonance. We're going to get into activity, symptoms, and how to navigate this. So definitely be sure to stay tuned. A 6.0 in Italy. If you watched the live stream, it wasn't in this location. I actually forgot the location it happened in, unless this is brand new. But based on my knowledge, it was a 6.0 in somewhere else in Italy, or was it a 5.5 in Greece? Um, I don't know. But if you watch the live stream, it was different. It was a different location. So very interesting that the location ended up switching. I know there's been a 5.5 in Greece, a 5.9 in Otobi, Japan. Um, this has been a very active area. Like, I don't know if I want to say like the sea, like the Coral Sea area. It's been very busy. This place has been unbelievably busy. We had a pretty big earthquake in Louisiana. That's pretty unknown. 4.4 and many aftershocks in Louisiana has been pretty active. I'm sure some of them have disappeared by now, but there's been quite a bit of earthquakes in Louisiana. A 4.4 is pretty intense. Nevada is the newest place to get hit with an earthquake. Been pretty much a lot of things happening. We look at everything though. Not much other than a bunch of C classes. Nothing intense. We look at the sunspot region. The newest one is been active. This has been the most active sunspot region. We look at the details. We had all these solar flares from it. So it's been pretty active. There's definitely a big sunspot region to the left. All this stuff on the right, I don't think is gonna, there's a chance something could happen, but it's very minimal. This left side is super duper active. Now, when we take a look at the coronal holes, there's a monstrous coronal hole coming. Yes, we had one facing us. Um, yeah, you know what? These images don't load anymore. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't even showing the other images. Looking at goes 19, doesn't seem to be anything. Um, let's take a look. So first image, coronal hole. These drain you out, make you tired. This is going to be a potential, I think it is actually, going to be a trans-equatorial coronal hole within 24 to 48 hours. This is a massive coronal hole that's chaining. It's growing larger. It's pretty monstrous. So this is definitely going to be pretty wild. On the left side, we have some serious activity and eruptions. So we might be having, um, on the left side, look at it again, on image 171, you can really see a monstrous solar flare on the left side. So there's something going on the thematic map, really bright towards the left side. The left side is going to be the side that ends up facing us. So, this right side had a lot of bright regions where sunspots are located, but wasn't active. This side has already been active because it launched like 5 or 6 C classes. Nothing intense though. And yeah, Schumann Resonance. Let's give a fresh update. Since the time zones have changed, it will look not too up to date when I'm recording because it's gonna be an hour off. As you can see though, I think the biggest note is right around hour 0 to hour 7. We had that line. Actually, I'm gonna say hour 0 to 4. We had those little bit of dots resonating at the harmonic frequency right around 24, 25 hertz. And when we have at that band, we usually have a band of energy. We got those dots there, those little bit of dots, that little change in frequency, something getting picked up. That's what those dots are. That's what's going on. Those are signs of earthquakes. We've been getting M6 as you're seeing them. We've been getting a bunch of earthquakes. 4.4 in Louisiana isn't normal. So 6.0 near Italy, 5.5 in Greece, 5.9 in Japan. Yeah, definitely a lot of earthquakes. So something big is, I think everyone knows at this point, something big is coming. So the big question is, how do we ground this energy, right? Like, how do we ground it? I physically grounded my energy, and it didn't make enough of a difference for me. Personally, I think working on your nervous system, you got to get out of your body needs to get out of fight or flight. It needs that vagus nerve reset. I reset the nervous system. I felt good, but trust me when I say this, I think the body is stuck in fight or flight. There's just way too much downloads and way too much energy coming in. Grounding, earthing, anything within that nature. Hug a tree, touch a tree, barefoot, sit on the floor, whatever the hell you could do. I'm being honest. Any form of grounding. Get magnesium in. You can get it from pumpkin seeds. Get your electrolytes naturally, like coconut water. That's what I do. Pumpkin seeds, coconut water. Get some potassium. Get the electrolytes. Get the nutrition. Magnesium is so important right now. Get that zinc in for immunity. Get your protein. Eat healthy. Definitely get those electrolytes going. Those are going to be really important. Get the best sleep, rest, listen to the body. As hard as it is, you're going to have to do that. Get some sun. I don't know if that one would make much of a difference. No offense. Not in this situation. I think we really need to just ground and rest. So it is rough. Do the best you can to sleep. I'm relying on sleep frequencies. Do what you got to do. Ultimately, it's a rough time. So that's what's going on. I think the Earth is just getting blasted by something, and it's not getting picked up on space, whether live or anywhere. So yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think the charts matter. We matter right now, and our energy matters, and there's big downloads happening. Our nervous system's being overloaded. That's what's really going on. If you want more information, keep watching the videos, watch the live streams. Thank you all so much. I'll see you next time.